I just wanted to talk to you about some of the things I find a lot of my clients lately are struggling with, and I think it's just really got a lot to do with the current state of things and the environment and so much going on. There's a lot of people really struggling just in general with some challenges and stuff. So I wanted to talk to you about that if you happen to be one of those people, or you're just feeling a little bit lost and struggling with some things and you want some advice or maybe a go-to method to deal with some of the things. I'm just going to go over some of the things that I deal with when speaking with my clients and some of the suggestions I make to them to help them through it. One of the things is pinpointing what the issue is. Like, what is it exactly that is causing you to be feeling the way that you're doing or struggling the way that you're struggling in what you're going through? Like, try and pinpoint that and figure out what that's all about, where it's coming from, what the source is, if it's something current, if it's home, work, or if it's something that's kind of been in the back of your head for a little while. It's always good to sort of clear that up. Where is the source? So that's a good place to start, right? Another thing that I like to suggest is taking that challenge to deal with it, but sometimes it's quite large and it's a lot to manage all at once. Taking your time, break it down into chunks, basically chunking it down and doing small segments of it at a time. That serves a couple of purposes. One, it helps you to focus more just on one section at a time, but it also makes you feel like you're accomplishing something, so it's not totally overwhelming for you. So you're slowly picking away at it and dealing with it, and you're seeing progress and moving forward. Makes you feel better, helps keep you motivated, keeps you on top of things. Try doing that. Break it down into segments that are more manageable for you, so you're not totally overwhelmed and feel like everything's coming down on you all at once, right? That basically setting realistic goals and keeping them within doable segments for yourself. A little bit of self-reflection is also helpful. So taking a look at some of the experiences you've already had. How did you get through those? How did you manage difficult times before? What brought you to where you are now? You've got to have some sort of skill set that's helped you along the way to make sure that you made it through a difficult period in your life. So draw on those experiences and those strengths that you have, that you possess, and maybe forgot about, because sometimes when you're bogged down in your current situation, you don't necessarily think back like, oh yeah, I remember I could do that. It's not always the first thing that comes to mind. Give yourself some self-reflection, give yourself some time to figure things out, see where you're going. Make sure that you have a support system as well. So family, friends, work colleagues, whoever, people that are there that you can talk to, a shoulder to lean on, somebody that has some empathy, understands your situation, can help you through certain things. But even just having somebody to talk to, I think, is very important and quite helpful. Also look at introducing some positive habits. If you're not somebody who exercises, you might want to consider that. And if you're not big on exercise, even just walking is a really good form of breaking down thoughts, clearing your head, those types of things. If you're not a meditative person, walking is kind of like a walking meditation. Very helpful. I find it very helpful. I do go for a walk all the time. It helps clear your head, clear things up, and gives you a chance to think. Do something that's positive for yourself. It's a little bit of self-care, even if it means soaking in a tub for an hour or something at the end of a day, just to give yourself a break, some you time. Right? It's very important, I think, for everybody to have that. If you need to, seek professional help. If you need to see a counselor or someone that can help you, some non-biased kind of opinion about what you're going through, how you're managing it, if you're going about it the right way, or get other suggestions, right? There's always mentoring and coaching that's always available to you, but sometimes it's a little bit deeper than that, where you need to really analyze what's going on and why you're in the state that you're in. And if it's a severe issue where there's depression or something like that, you want to talk to somebody that can help you through that in a much better way. Also, learning something new, developing new skills, learning from somebody else, taking on a challenge of some sort. That helps you get yourself into a more growth-oriented mindset. It helps you to understand better what you're capable of doing. It clears your head, takes your mind off of other things. Constantly learning, reading, developing new things, learning from somebody else, like as I said, it's very important. I think give yourself that opportunity, that time to do those things. And then also monitor your progress, see how you're doing, where you're going with it. If you're finding you're not making any progress, then you take a real serious look at it and change things up a bit to make sure that you're always moving forward in some way. And always remember, it's incredibly important to celebrate every success, no matter how small. It could be anything, but if you've accomplished something and you've done it, make sure a little tap on the back, good for you, glad you did it, that kind of thing. Always be proud of yourself for making progress of any kind. And also remember that mistakes are not always a negative thing. If you're making a mistake or you've discovered something through an error or trial and error situation, but you learned and you gained a new skill or a new awareness, that's a celebration. That's something that you did, that you've accomplished, that you worked through, that you surpassed. Take that as a good sign as well. All the best. Again, if you need anything further, I can be found at kevinraymond.net. I'm on Instagram at Kevin_Raymond_coaching, and also here on YouTube at Kevin Raymond Coaching. If I can be of any help, I'd love to help you out. And with that, I will say good day and take care of yourself and be positive and stay focused. Cheers.